Hello everybody, Ian Rapster. Welcome back to American Truck Sim, and today we're going to do another special transport. We're doing the Large Reservoir Tank. So we've already done the massive tech part, and we've done a couple other ones here. Let's go ahead and just sort it by special transport. This particular location only has these two. Now there are a couple other ones we have not done yet. So if you recall, we did the tires the other day. There's actually, I realized that the tires are actually, they are part of the dump truck. So you actually do the chassis of the dump truck, you do the tires, and you do the box as well. I just didn't look for far enough into it apparently. But there's that, and then there's also a helicopter, and I think maybe one more job that we haven't done yet. So let's go ahead and take this large reservoir job and get started. Change my color job up once again here. So this is a green color to match the large reservoir tank here. Not too bad. This load's not too long, actually. Actually saw one of these go down the road the other day. Very similar to this, actually, at work. There you have it. That's what it looks like right there. Good. Yep, we understand that. Let's go ahead and get a quick screenshot / looking at it right here. So that's what it looks like right there. That's that green paint's pretty close to that. I'm pretty surprised by that, actually. So that's what the job looks like there. And that's the paint job I put on the truck back there, so there we go. Alright, so we're going from Fresno, California to Bakersfield once again. It feels like we've been going back and forth between these two locations quite often. That's one high. What kind of load? What's the weight of this thing? 77,000 pounds? Oh, that's not that bad. Not bad at all. It's not like the truck chassis. Apparently the helicopter, which is the other one I haven't done yet, is the heaviest one. So we'll see how that works out. Which way am I going? Right. Good thing I looked there. Nice wide right turn. Trying to go in the median. Or go on it anyways, apparently. Yeah, this trailer's not so bad. It's heavy, or kind of heavy, but not super heavy, really. Like 70,000 pounds isn't that bad. This is I think the only reason why we have an Escort here is, yeah. So like this is just a slightly longer trailer. This is almost just like the heavy transports or the you know, heavy hauls basically. There you go. All right, taking a right turn here. Take it nice and wide still though. Here we go. Oh, got lots of space back there. Now the one reason why I've stuck with the day cab is just because in terms of turning radius basically. So with the day cab it makes my life a lot easier in terms of making those turns. There we go, stick to 40 miles an hour there. Yeah, this one's not nearly as long or as wide as some of the other ones we've taken so far. But it's wide enough that you need an Escort. I did see, I saw something just like this go down the road the other day. They didn't have police escorts. They had like trucks with flags on them indicating that there's a wide load coming basically, so. Which I thought was kind of interesting. It wasn't too bad, but I have seen police officers a number of times. Whoa. I have seen police officers a number of times. So just so happens that this time I didn't see any. Apparently that guy's just gonna stay right in front of us. There we go. Put her into fifth. It's funny. There's the, I forget what they call it. I think it's an SK. I want to say it's an SKS. The shifter attachment to for the G27. I've been tempted. It's funny. I usually only think about it when I get really into American Truck Sim again. Is when I really am like, oh, okay, maybe I'll just take a look at that. But it's kind of expensive. And if I were to do it, I think I would do it with the, I don't know. I've been playing a lot of ATS, so I've been considering accessories for ATS, I guess. I'm gonna grab a quick sip of coffee here. Put it over there in my dash, in my cup holder. really matter about the lights, but go for it anyways. Yeah, there's a couple interesting attachments I was considering. The one I mentioned before is the SKS, which is basically like a Eaton Fuller shifter that basically attaches to your G27. Like the only time I ever use a shifter is for ATS basically. I don't use it for anything. Well, that's not true. I do use it for some racing games for an emergency brake, but that's about it. Oh, apparently we have the right of way here. Okay, I'll take it. But it's kind of an interesting little knob because it allows you to go into high, low. So right now what I'm using is like the shifter to shift the gears, obviously, and then I'm using a button on the shifter itself to go into low gear. Oops. To go into low gear basically, or high gear, or so shift and to shift between ranges, which is everything you could do on the yeah, we're clear there, on that SKS shifter. I know a couple of people who do have it. The Northern Alex, he's got it. He really seems to enjoy it, so. And who else has it that I know of? Jeff Fabiano has it, and he really enjoys it as well. Pricey accessory though, and I was looking at it, and one of the interesting things about it, it'll fit on a G27 shifter. I don't think they have it set up for a Thrustmaster yet. Thrustmaster's got a pretty nice little shifter by itself that's not crazy expensive that I considered. And there's also one that you can get for Fanatec. And now the Fanatec one's more expensive than the Thrustmaster, but it's made out of metal, and you can. Oops, better slow down here. It's made out of metal, so you can like feel the gears a little bit better. And there's a bit more of that tactile response you don't get with the G27 very much. Like you feel it like click into it, but it definitely doesn't feel like a metal putting into like a gear itself. So. And one of the neat things about that is you can go into H pattern or sequential too if you like. So if you want to go sequential, like going for like rally racing or something like that, you can set it up for that. It's me drinking coffee. You can kind of tell because my head does this. Alright. This one's not too bad. This particular trailer is not very long at all. Like it's a bit longer, like you have what, how many axles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 axles on this guy. Let's do this, it's a bit safer. Yeah, 6 axles on here. And I'm surprised how closely that color matches. I just randomly chose that color because I'm like, oh, it looks dark green enough. Yeah, but you have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 axles there, and you got 2 axles here. So it's not too bad. As long as I can stay on the road. Actually, speaking about that thing that was going down the road in front of my work there, it was something just like this, and he was coming. The way it works is like where my work is kind of like in a bit of a valley, so like there's hills on either side on the road. So he'll come down the hill, and this guy was coming down the hill with this, and someone was saying you could see the load rocking back and forth, or the trailer itself, not so the load, but the trailer rocking back and forth, which is a bit scary when you think about it, but. That's what was happening apparently. So yeah, it's interesting. I did make a short, very short video of a heavy haul, special transport I should say, that came down the road. I'll have to post it at some point. It was kind of interesting to see just because I was like, oh, okay, what's that? What's going on over there? And then I was like, oh, it's a. I think I saw the pilot car, and I was like, okay. So I grabbed my phone real quick and took a quick 13-second video of it. So again, I'm just trying to stay over to the right-hand side a little bit so people have a chance to pass, because apparently that seems to cause the most issues is when you don't let people pass. Well, and then they get all bunged up behind you, and then when you're trying to do like a lane change maneuver, then it seems to cause issues. Oh, look, there's a train yard. I was actually playing Railway Empire last night, which was a lot of fun. It's doing the Canadian scenarios. I do like that game. It's one of those economical business entrepreneur type games, I guess. Is the best way to describe it. Also, this truck has no problem with this load. It's not nearly heavy enough to cause it a lot of issues. Not like that truck chassis, that was pretty heavy. And eventually when we get the helicopter down, it'll be the same thing for that too. Okay, the police officer is slowing down, so I get the feeling that there might be like a speed change coming up here or something. No, we just slowed down for no apparent reason. Alright, that's okay. I keep forgetting to put my beacons on. There we go. Now the beacons are on. It's funny, when we first accepted the trailer, I saw the beacons there and I was like, oh shoot, I should put those on. Because every single time I forgot to put them on. And apparently today is no exception. I don't know if you actually need beacons to be legal. I think you do. To be honest with you. Now these special transports would be hard with like the Peterbilt 389 with like a sleeper cab and triple axles. That would be kind of interesting to see. And with the longer loads, like with the short ones, it won't make a big difference. But with some of the longer ones, like let's say that truck chassis or maybe the helicopter, because it's so heavy, you have that many more axles, therefore making your load that much longer. And then you have the truck on top of it, which is a long truck. So when you take those really wide, take the right turns, you really got to take a wide turn. There we go. Oh, okay, we're good. Thought we were slowing down there for a second. I forget how funny those horns are. And those are the air horns too, which is a bit sad. Actually, one of my colleagues at work, her partner, looks like we're taking this turn up here. Let's downshift here. Her partner actually drives a truck, and he's got some weak air horns right now. All right. Okay. Almost lost it there. Just downshifting too much and not paying attention. So normally, like, if I were to have the Peterbilt 389 with triaxle and the sleeper cab, I would need to do something like even crazier than that, I think. Like this, I really don't need this much, but just wanted to exaggerate what it would be like. Go. Get her back up into fifth. And also, one of the things that that SKA shifter would be easier to do is to have it go through the high-low. Usually I only really need to go into high-low when it's really, really heavy load, which is pretty rare. Hi. There's people back there waving. I should have done this. But, yeah. Now this is where the police officers almost always get on the median line there and start saying, hey, hey, be careful, you know, wide load coming through sort of thing. And there's always a dump truck there, it seems like. Now that might just be due to the, because like with the special transports, there's only specific routes they'll go on. And that's partially because you could only go certain routes in real life with a special transport like this, because you have limitations on the road. And then I guess the other reason would be is they only have the AI set up for those types of areas, so. Okay. Just walking down the sidewalk. One thing you do have to be careful about, even though you are getting escorted by a USA sale, okay. One thing you do have to be careful about is just whether or not the AI is obeying the traffic. Because I've had some scenarios where they don't. It's much harder to downshift without clutching, I find. It's doable, but like it sounds like this. Then turning right here. Lots of space over there. There we go. At least it's been my experience with downshifting. Alright. Okay, take it in here. No problem. There we go. This is where I stopped last time, actually, now that I think about it. There's only a few in different areas, so... There we go. Neutral, parking brake. Also, if you look carefully, that was kind of cool. I noticed that a while back there. Let's go ahead and disconnect here and see what we got. Excellent. So apparently I've done Big in America 6 of the 11. So I still have six more to go, or 5 more to go, I guess. So there you go. And let's continue here, and I'll just take a quick peek at what the freight market has to offer and see if I can find those other ones that we haven't done yet. No. So that's the one, that service boat is the one we haven't done yet. That's a long one. I wouldn't want to do that. 248 miles is a long time at 40 miles an hour. Let's just say that much. Anyways, folks, that's it for me for today. Hope you enjoyed that look at another special transport. Next time we'll come back and do another one, probably maybe with a boat or in the chassis. That one doesn't seem to come up very often, the truck chassis, for whatever reason. So we'll see. Maybe it's one of those ones you have to do at night. I don't know. Anyways, that's it for me today. If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for some more American Truck Simulator. I'll catch you guys later.